Assalamu alaikum to all Muslims who are upon Tawheed. This is Mujahid coming recorded and direct to you from planet Earth. Assalamu alaikum to the brother Al X in Atlanta, Georgia. Today I want to talk about the Israeli-Palestine conflict. Again, I did a video on that a while ago, and it seemed to get everybody riled up. I'm talking about the haters. The haters were so upset, and you know, that's cool. It is what it is. And I just asked myself one day, I asked myself, what if the Israelis left Palestine? Like, what if they just packed up and bounced? They just rolled out. Would the Palestinians, would the people of Palestine, would they implement the Sunnah? Would they implement the real Sharia law, the real Sharia? Would they implement Islam? Would they implement Islam the way that it's supposed to be implemented? The way that the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed us? I asked myself, would they do this? Is what they're fighting for? Are they fighting to establish Islam? Are they fighting to establish La ilaha illallah as a whole? I mean, the people of Palestine, is that what they're fighting for? I mean, would they really do the right thing? I look at the past. Have they done that in the past? I just look at that. I wonder, are we really ready? Do we really want La ilaha illallah to run the land? I mean, for real, like, not no games, not on no Bin Laden stuff, but seriously, do we really want the Sharia law? Is that what we really want as Muslims? Is that what we really fighting for? So, you know, I want the whole world to understand this. I do not support Palestine as a state or as a political ideology or for any cultural reasons or anything like that. That's not why I'm in support of Palestine. I support Palestine because I'm against oppression. That's the reason I support Palestine. The Palestinians are number one, they're Muslim, number one. They say La ilaha illallah. And number two, they're being oppressed. I don't stand for oppression, and Islam doesn't stand for oppression. I'm against oppression worldwide of any people because Islam stands for justice, and Islam is against oppression. Islam is all about enjoining the good and forbidding the evil. So that's number one. I'm not supporting Palestine as a state or as some type of political ideology or anything like that. That's not what this is about. And if Palestine were to be liberated, I would want this in hopes that they would implement the Sharia law according to the Sunnah. That's it. I'm not concerned with Palestine, the state of... I'm concerned with, would they implement Sharia law because the majority of these people are Muslim that are being oppressed? Would they understand that Allah gave them a break, gave them a way out, provided a light for them, and do right, and implement the Sunnah, and implement Sharia law according to the Sunnah, implement Islam in the land, and not get into some democracy and trying to rule by other than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has legislated. That's it. That's all I really want for the people. I want them to stop being oppressed, number one. Oppression is wrong. I want that to end there and all over the world. And I want Islam to be implemented the way it's supposed to be implemented. And you have to ask yourself, why we Muslims are in this condition? Why are we so weak? And I'll tell you one of the reasons I've noticed is because we're not united upon Tawheed. There's still a lot of shirk and there's a lot of kufr, and that's, you know, Allah's not going to change the condition of the people until they change their hearts. And then you have these people that are desperate, that are within the fold of Islam. They want to try to do things by force. You know, they want to go out and fight somebody. Now, if you're defending yourself, if you're defending your house and your homeland, by all means do your thing. I'm not saying that. If you're defending what's yours and defending your property, defending your life, defending your family, by all means get it in. Bust, kill. But to try to go conquer somewhere else, or I'm trying to overthrow the rulers, I'm trying to do that, has that ever worked? It's not working. It's not working. As a matter of fact, it's making things worse. It's making us look bad. And then you mention a name like Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, and you mention the methods that he used in order to achieve things, and that's like, oh. And that's the problem. Nobody wants a Tawheed. Nobody wants La ilaha illallah. We've abandoned the Sharia. We've abandoned the Sunnah. It's not good enough for us anymore. So we try to do all these other things and they don't work. The Sharia was fine. Islam was fine. We abandoned it. It wasn't that Islam didn't work. We abandoned it as Muslims in general. Not all of us, but some of us. The majority of us did. We can't even unite under the flag of Tawheed because you have all these innovations and all this shirk and all this kufr, just downright apostasy. Some Muslims don't even know that they've apostated. Some Muslims don't even know that they're practicing shirk and kufr. So, I mean, what do you expect to be going on right now? Do you think we're really strong enough and ready for a situation like that? Are we going to implement La ilaha illallah? Why not do it now? Why not start with the teaching now? Why not implement and unite under Tawheed now? Why not do that now? We can't do it now. So, I kind of feel like that's why we having so many problems. It's an internal thing. Can't nobody stop Islam or beat Islam. I kind of feel like we beating ourselves. So until we decide to stop beating ourselves, there's going to always be these reoccurring problems in Palestine and places abroad. And even here, all over the world, it's going to always be a problem because people aren't going to respect the Muslims. If we don't respect ourselves, who's going to respect us? I look at how most Muslims exploit the African American community here in the United States. And don't worry, I'm not getting on no black-white stuff because I don't care about that. All I care about is Tawheed and La ilaha illallah. So I'm not even talking about that. I'm not getting on that trip, so don't think I'm about to bug out. But I'm just dealing with the reality of the situation and what's really going on. I'm speaking the truth. Whether it hurts or not, I'm speaking the truth, and that's just what it is. And I told you I'm going to give it to you raw from now on, so if you don't like it, cut it off. And I'm not just going to say Arabs. I'm going to say everybody. Why do a lot of you who are Muslim come over here and exploit the African American community? The African American community are the second most oppressed people in this country. They killed all the Indians off, so we next in line.